Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our TED Talk class. Today we will speak about emotions, about TED Talk. I forgot this name, probably emotions. So, Gerard, please tell us what is this TED Talk about?
The title of this TED Talk is How Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google Manipulate Our Emotions. So, those big companies are used for a number of people, and we trust in them, but we don't take into account that their goal is not make the world a better place. Is make profits for them. So the speaker wants to make us aware that that's what they do, and they don't pay taxes. And proportionally with smaller companies, they don't pay almost anything, and they are destroying a lot of workplaces of employment. So the point of the speaker that we are somehow guilty of that because we use them a lot, and we should be aware of that. And in a long term, it can be very bad for us. Okay.
Yeah. But do you know who is the speaker? Because he mentioned some research of the big companies, but I didn't understand this.
I think he works in the University of New York.
Yeah, but he mentioned something like, for my many years of studying these big companies, I can say this and that and those. So, well, it's interesting. So I got it like this guy really against big companies, but he don't blame people who work in big companies. It's interesting point, So big companies are evil, but we don't blame people who work for them, because even CEO, the chief of company, does not want to make something bad. He's like just in his place and doing his business and making revenue and so on. But in general, what we have a new evil. So it's interesting point. I enjoyed it. And another point that because we are human beings, this corporations have to use our emotions, right, to sell us this bloody Nissan. It was a joke from this TED Talk. I forgot exactly how it was worded, but it's something like this. So we are speaking about how to make our life better, how to make our world a better place. But at the end of the game, all what companies want to do is just to sell you a new Nissan. Do you agree with that, Gerard? Or do you think it's not correct?
They want to make profit, and that's it. And if they can save money in taxes, they do that. But that's not good for us, because the government have to pay many things. If those big companies don't pay they share, who has to pay?
Yeah, but you see, we are speaking about money again, right? So if we're speaking about money, we want taxes, right, from this company, but the same wants stockholders, right, from the company. So they just say to CEO, please generate more money, please make more money, like this. So to generate this amount of money, to generate more money, they just need to appeal to our emotions, right? So, and in the TED Talk, there are a few examples. Like Google, it's our brain. He always appeal to our brain. If you need something, if you need some information, if you need answer, you just go to the Google and Google answer you. So Facebook, it's something about love, about our hearts. It's about communicating, it's about friends, it's about other people. So it's not a mind, it's like our heart. What else? Amazon is our stomach, right? We like to eat everything, we like to consume. Give me more things, this detergent, this wash disher, something else. What
And
else?
Apple is our sex.
Yeah. Apple, it's our religion, right? It's our sex. Yes, we want to be attractive. Yeah, and Apple's makes us sexy. You know, I'm just a guy, but if I have iPhone X, I am very sexy guy. Does it sound about right for you, Leila? Do you think it's like?
No, if I'm not wrong, we are talking about Facebook. I don't know anything about Amazon, but Google and maybe Instagram, maybe the other things, right? And how
Yeah,
people make money. So when emotions are concerned, for a long time I didn't join Facebook or the things like that. But then I suddenly found myself so lonely because a lot of friends of mine were on the Facebook and they were so busy. So I said, okay, let's give it a try. And I just started using my Facebook. And suddenly I have found that I started sharing my emotions, my anger. But to tell you the truth, for a month, I've been thinking that this is nonsense because action is important. Not writing there or defending any idea doesn't help anybody. And on the other hand, almost everybody, I'm talking about the official people, they know who we are now. So if
So
you
you
write
just
my name, you can see on my profile that who I am for and who I am against.
yeah.
And this is my privacy. They don't give me a kind of, how can I say, security. I mean, I
Privacy
feel,
maybe.
yeah, I feel not good nowadays when these kind of sites are concerned,
Yeah.
Especially in Turkey.
especially in Turkey and Middle East, teacher Lee. You
Yeah.
know, uh, for example, this is me. I'm so open. I haven't changed my name, and the pictures and the photos are really, just mine. But I have just started to think that a lot of people are just using false things and fake things, and they're writing stupid things, you know. So I feel as if I were such a stupid person to join the site, especially Facebook.
Okay, Leila, but let me share a little bit, tricks for you, with you. You know, this fake ID in Facebook, all this, fake telephones, fake emails, it doesn't help much. Don't worry about that. People who think that they have anonymity, I forgot, anonymity. What's the word for this?
Anonymity.
Anonymity. Yeah, they just, fool.
Self-deceive. Self-deceive. They have an
Yes.
IP. They have an IP address, and that's
Yeah, so for government, for special services, it's not a big deal to reveal who you are. So please don't think that if you have fake identity, you can post something against Trump, for instance.
or insult all other
I
people.
I have never thought about it, but I'm so open, so frank, so sincere. When I'm angry, I can write my anger, but I don't understand this. Why people are not doing the same? So maybe it is because of I am so naive. Don't worry about me.
Okay, but let's start from the beginning of your speech. You said that when you joined Facebook, you have some special emotions, right? You enjoyed it. You started to share. So let's think about that from the point of view of Mark Zuckerberg. Guy who run this network. Do you think
Yes.
he's ruining that network, Facebook, for these emotions to make you happy, or he ruined it for to make special secrets services to watch after you?
To
What
tell
is
you the
more
truth,
likely?
up to now, I haven't thought about it a lot. But after Gerard summarized the video, I suddenly realized that his first aim is to make a profit. Because even I'm not a money kind of person. Lee knows this, I'm not a kind of person, oh, I have to make profit, blah, blah. So I've never thought about it, but now I do understand it.
Mhm.
But I waste my time.
Yeah, so it's pretty obviously that these corporations need this profit. It's the only goal. But what is the shortcut to this goal? What is the best way to reach it? It's appeal to our emotions, right? If Facebook makes you happy, you will come to Facebook again and again and again, 100 times a day, and click on this advertisement or making something else. So you will be deep inside, right?
Yeah, as you have said, communicating with people makes me happy. Sometimes Gerard, Diane, Lee, or you, when you write to me, I feel so happy because you're my friends and you know me. I'm such an emotional person. I can start the day with a smile.
Okay, so on your example, we can see that Facebook not an evil, right? They doing a good thing. They provide a platform for communicating. They makes you happy, makes us happy, right?
But as long as we become addicted to it.
Yes, but before, yes, please, Gerard.
They don't respect our privacy, They,
Yeah.
Facebook bought WhatsApp, and now all the information on Facebook and WhatsApp is shared. They know our telephone numbers and everything, and most people don't realize about that.
I think it's worth sharing. It was mentioned in this TED talk, and it was a nice point. So, speaker said, before Facebook bought WhatsApp, there was some committee or something like this, and they have to prove that they will not use this data like together, right? Like combine data from WhatsApp to your Facebook profile. But after they promised that, but after they bought WhatsApp, they combine data, and after that just pay a fine. And this fine was like, correct me if I'm wrong, was like 0.6% of total revenue. So
ludicrous.
So it's very convenient for them just paying fines. You lie, then when people catch you, you just pay this small money, and everything is fine. Everything is fine. And WhatsApp, WhatsApp knows a lot about you. A lot of contacts, who you contact, and your address book. And now you I don't know, you just share. You lost your privacy, not only to one company, but to to combined company. Yeah. So, but I don't understand. What do you think? If this fine would be like greater, it's like, I don't know, milliards, would it prevent this combining?
Even if it was large, it probably wouldn't stop them. But it needs to be on the order of 20% of their income. We're talking billions and billions to even begin to hurt them.
Right.
That would be nice.
But these corporations are so rich that they can afford to to be deep in debt for years. It's nothing. So we pay 3 million something now, but 5 years after we will get this money back from you. So why to care?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so but
one point, I think those big companies, it's impossible to be such a big company and being completely honest with people. It's impossible. Such a big company don't have qualms to do anything. If they can save taxes, they don't pay taxes. If they destroy jobs, they destroy jobs. They do anything. They only goal is make money, is get profit, more profits.
Why don't they pay taxes?
Because they do tricks. There are tricks, and they do them.
Wow.
Because they can.
Apple.
Yeah. Because
They
they can
go
buy, a bunch of senators, and it's very convenient.
not only that, they go offshore. Apple's not in the U.S. Apple does all their business from the Cayman Islands or someplace. Most of the businesses do business from, is it Denmark through Ireland?
Netherlands and Ireland. Netherlands?
Yeah, Netherlands. Okay, so a lot of companies have a small business office in the Netherlands because the Netherlands can work from Ireland and not pay taxes or something. So they go through all these little tricks to pay pretty much zero taxes. So the U.S. gets no taxes from Apple almost. It's terrible. They cheat.
Right. But those offshore are almost extinct now, as I got it. So it's like white places, or how say it? It's like unscratched places on the world financial system, right? So if you work in the US or you work in Russia, you have to pay taxes. But if you're a guy from from Cayman Islands and nobody knows who you are, whom to pay? So it's. But I heard that in this year, this financial systems of Europe and Russia, China, and something else, they started to exchange data about all these transactions, about all these owners of bank accounts and so on. So now it's not so easy. You cannot just open bank account in next country, and it doesn't help anymore. So world became more globalized, more control about finances. So maybe we will beat these offshores too at some point. So another good example from this TED talk about Facebook. So Facebook provide social part for us. It's like a social network, right? So it provides communication, it provides love, likes, and all these things. And speaker said, there are a few opportunities to prolong your life. One of that, it's regular checking your health sorry, I forgot. First one is your genetics, right? Your genetics, how healthy you are by your generation, from your parents. Second, by importance things, it's how often you visit doctors, how early they detect all this illness. And the third one, the most important one, it's how many people you love. he said it in TED Talk, but I slightly doubt. Is it true? What do you think? So he said, if you love a lot of people, it's more important for your health than you go to doctors regularly.
So is it defending the idea that you should sit and use your Facebook and whatever the site is, spend more time? Is it a kind of recommendation? Or is he against it?
He's against Facebook, but he's explaining why we like Facebook and why it's important for us. We are human beings, and if we have a lot of love in our life, people love us, we love other people, it's very important for us in health term as well.
I just attended a seminar about these kind of sites. Why people have joined these kind of sites? There are a lot of reasons behind it. One, because they're antisocial. Two, they are lazy. And three, leave. Maybe they are true. I don't know. I try not to spend a lot of time, just because I don't like sitting anyway. So the third thing is that they're liars. They want to satisfy their ego. There are lots of things. So it is not just to laugh at somebody's jokes. Sometimes you can laugh, but can you imagine only to satisfy your ego, you're writing a lot of stupid things. You're wearing a mask there. And according to
guilty, I do that.
According to statistics, people have become more and more how can I say,
Depressed
lazier
or
and lazier.
unhappy. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Lazy.
they're inactive. They have become inactive.
But let me be an advocate of devil for a moment. So, but we can say the same about any technology. Before phone was invented, I have to go to my grandmother, and we have a dinner at Sunday, and we speak and we communicate and something like this. Now I just have my smartphone. I can send message.
Which
How
one
are
is
you? I'm
better
fine,
for
thank
you? Which one is better for you? To give a hug, to kiss its cheeks, and feel that he is alive, or just using
It's
your
a
smartphone?
I know you're expecting from me the certain answer, but I think that this question is very complicated. I don't know which one is better. For me, I like these Sundays dinners, of course. I like them. But speaking about past, I have not. I had not any news from my parents, for instance, for months because we don't have these technologies. But now, if something happened, I know it immediately. And families and friends are close because of that, in my opinion.
Ivan, you're right. I'm not telling that there are more disadvantages. I think there are advantages and disadvantages. I agree with you in some points. But in my country, especially, people have become so addicted that, I mean, we even don't write messages to each other. Facebook, they say good morning and good night.
And it's their birthday today.
Yeah.
Well, yes. It's a good point, but can we blame Facebook? Before Facebook was another social network. Before social networks, we had email. Before that, we had phone, and each time it makes our life easy and our contacts more scarce. Or what's the word for that? More rare.
Antisocial. I know
Scarce.
that.
Yeah.
Scarce. So it's kind of like technology works, not only Facebook.
Oh, of course. There is Twitter, as far as I know, Instagram. What else? There are lots of sites.
A lot of them, yeah, a lot of them.
But I don't know a lot.
You got Pinterest.
There is one interesting one, Snapchat, for instance. It's very popular for youngs, and why? Because they don't have to write message. They communicate by pictures. They do photos or send what's the name for that? Avatars or all these pictures, like sticker packs and all this. So you don't have to write anything. Just I'm happy. Send a smile. I'm disappointed. Say crying Trump or something like this.
So we will become robots. That day I was teaching, and on purpose I wrote a lot of things on the board, and I said, "Come on, everybody, write these things," because I know that writing by hand motivates the students, motivates the brain. You know what they did? They said, "Can I have the photo of the board?" Yeah.
Okay. Let me provide.
Their mobile phone. Ivan, they didn't write. They took the photo.
Yeah, but why do you think it's worse?
Because they will delete it soon.
Okay, let me provide you another example. Okay, when I was young, when I was a student in university, I was at some point I was a very bad student, and when all the students go to summer vacation, I had to stay in my dormitory and retake all the exams. So I was alone with the whole dormitory, and nowadays it would not be a problem. I have smartphone, I can send, I can chat via Telegram with you or something like this. At that time, it was like 2 months alone. I was thinking that I am Robinson Crusoe or something like this. I almost died of depression. I read a few, what's the name for that? flick chicks or something like this. Romantic books, because I didn't have others. Flick chicks, yes. It was a very, very hard experience for me, and now I understand why this communication is important, and why we cannot blame chats and Facebooks for that. They solve many problems. We just so used to that we don't value it anymore. Who cares about that? I can send message to anyone in the world. It's all normal now.
Great for Ivan.
Yeah, I have a problem with English. Okay, I am calling to teacher who lives in America, in Florida, in another time zone. But what's the problem?
Yeah.
This is the advantage.
Yeah, it's advantage. That's why I'm playing this role. Devil advocate, I know that Facebook eat our privacy. They destroy our privacy. But do they do intentionally? I don't think so. We just share. It's our will. We just share because we're careless.
And
many people don't like privacy.
Yes.
But also,
I mean, okay,
yeah,
Leila,
go ahead.
No, many people don't care about their privacy. That was my point, because you see some people have profiles that everybody can watch everything they share. So it's like most people don't care.
Think of me, Diran. I just get up in the morning and I'm on my own, and I'm a stupid emotional person, and in the morning I just want to write or talk to somebody, but instead of talking to somebody, I just write, "Good morning, my dear friends. Have a great day." But yeah.
But there is a difference, You can write this "hello, my friends" to your friends. Without this Facebook, you would speak with with I don't know, with a baker, on the street, with some stranger. It's different.
Of course, I never talk to strangers. On Facebook, my son arranged everything for me. I don't accept the, how can I say,
Okay,
guys offer to join and blah blah. Women never. I don't accept your offer.
So you have some
Because you don't know that.
some background checking, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's a good idea.
My son arranged it for me.
Okay.
Filter, I think. Lee, isn't it? Filter is the word?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You can filter, block strangers, only your contacts, only your close friends, only your family. You can filter who can send you messages, yeah.
But let me confess one thing. This group is in my family list.
That's sweet.
So we can call you at the night, right?
Don't.
Leila's my sister. That's right. Bless her heart.
I'm so happy to know you.
And that's one advantage of some of these media is we can communicate with people around the world and make friends and learn things that otherwise we would never have an opportunity to do. So there are good aspects of it, but you have to limit how much it controls your life.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Right, but question of this TED Talk, question of this speaker. So what do you think? What is the driver point for these corporations? Are they trying to make world better, to give you opportunity to communicate, to make friends, or they trying to just build, a evil platform to collect data for I don't know, for KGB?
You know what I'm thinking, Ivan? I haven't watched this TED Talk, but if I'm wrong, please correct me. What I'm thinking is that every nation has some characteristics, I think. So they know how Turkish people react Facebook, how the others react Facebook. So they control this, I think. They make profit a lot, And also, you called this Mark once announced a kind of restatement on Turkish Facebook. If you keep on talking about some things in a using dirty language, then your Facebook account will be deleted. So it was a kind of warning, because some Turkish guys, they were using a little bad, dirty words. For other countries, I don't know. But they make profits, they try to control us. And also, on the other hand, as you have told us, they make us laugh.
Okay. Oh, I forgot my point. I was going to say something, but forgot it.
Because I talked a lot.
Profit, brainwashing, propaganda.
Yeah. Okay, let's. But
let me say one thing in response to Layla. If these companies cared about us as people, they would reduce their profit and make less money and do more things that benefit us, like doing research and taking surveys on, is this platform helping you or hurting you? You know, they would be more interested in our feedback as far as how this platform is affecting us.
Yes.
And really, I think all they care is profit. So because they've got so much profit, I think that's their overriding concern.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. It's very close to the idea of this TED Talk. It was what about this speaker told us, but he told about that in this way, like they just don't have an option. You know, if, for instance, just imagine that Facebook said, okay, we don't care about profit anymore. We have enough money. Let's now make just work better. Let's now work for money, for people. They cannot do that. They cannot do that because they have stockholders, you know, they have, you know, obligations. People like to buy the options, what's the name for stocks, right? And sell it. And people like to see, you know, these growing diagrams of stock market. So it's just not an option.
Wow, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, it was the idea of the speaker. He said, just imagine that, something like that, not on this word, but just imagine that what Mark Zuckerberg thinks when he wake up at the morning. Let's sell this Nissan, or let's make more profit. No, probably he doesn't care about that.
Also, it is the result of globalization.
Right. But in general, you are, just imagine, Layla, you are CEO, you are general director, you know, the boss of this Facebook. Would you care about, you know, this money? Would you care about this advertisement or something else? No, you probably really will think about how to make your product better, how to make your technology better, how to provide new services, and so on. But at the end of the game, it always comes to money because of our world. So the point of the speaker, it was not corporations are bad. We all are bad. We all just live in that world that we expect money from corporations. For instance, Gerard said, speaker said, they pay not enough taxes. You know, we expect money from them. So they have to think about money. They have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm clear, but the main idea is that even if corporations would like to not to think about money, they don't have this option in our world.
We call it market forces.
Capitalism.
Stockholders, investors, they care about money.
Yeah.
You got to pay salaries. Yep.
And thinking about this, sometimes socialism looks not so bad idea, because it's obviously has a lot of disadvantages, but some projects, I can speak only about Russia because I saw it in action, and some projects would be possible to make just in this system, in socialism, where people don't care about money, don't care about profit. They just decided we will do that and spare no expense. No, what's the phrase? I forgot the phrase. Spare no expenses, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And for instance, in 1928, if I'm right, they decided there should not be any uneducated child in Russia. And they did that. They don't calculate money. They just built as many schools as we needed. So in every village, they don't care about that. And I don't know if it's possible to make in current world nowadays.
You said in 1928?
Yeah, something like this.
Wow.
Yeah, so since then we have education for all the child, for every child. Yeah. It was a please, George.
Yeah, I think 80% of the population in Russia before the revolution was uneducated, peasants,
Right.
low class people.
Right. It was a huge issue. We don't have qualified workers. We don't have people who can read instruction, guidance, and it was a huge problem. So they just decided to solve it, to make a country prosper in long term, not on next year, not to make money or something like this. And after that, it was another goal. A few years after, they make a goal to make electricity to every village. Does not matter how many citizens live in this village. 2 guys, enough. They made a village. So electricity was has been provided to all the population. But it was, before World War II, something a long time ago. So, but I don't think it's a very good thing. I'm thinking just it's a different world. It's a world that differs from this stock markets, from these driving forces, market forces. Can we imagine Facebook working like this? We just don't care about money. Let's make things better. I cannot.
That would be good.
Okay. Another thing that I noticed in this TED talk, but I didn't understand. There was some joke about Amazon and Swatch watch. I posted in our chat. Tisheli, do you know what is Swatch watch?
I've heard of it. Is that an exercise watch?
It's a brand. It's a brand of a watch. It's a brand.
Yeah,
Brand.
it's a very popular
Swiss
brand.
watch?
Yes.
Swiss watch? Swatch?
Mhm.
Could be Lee. Swiss, I think.
It's a brand.
It's very popular here.
Is it? I've never seen one over here, but we may have them.
Okay.
Because it's not very, very expensive, and the price is, reasonable, and the design is good, so people buy it a lot here.
So it's about consumption. It was a part of the TED talk when he spoke about consumption. What Amazon do? What kind of feeling? What kind of emotion is Amazon for us? So it's all about consumption. Give me that. Give me watch. Give me new car. Give me something else.
Yeah. I see the paragraph, I think. If you mate with me, if you have children with me, your children are more likely to survive than if you mate with someone wearing a Swatch watch. So it sounds like people that wear Swatch watches are mentally stupid.
Okay, I did not get it during the TED talk, but okay, something strange.
Yeah.
So, and
You said
as I got it, please later.
No. You said Amazon. Amazon is the site that sells furniture online.
They sell everything. Everything. I can buy anything from Amazon sitting here at my computer than if I go out there to a store. In Amazon, I can have it here in one day if I want to. You go to the store, oh, we don't have any. So Amazon is
Do you
super.
buy it?
Yes,
buy
I
things
use
from-
Amazon all the time. They're fast and they're cheap.
Yeah. And they're killing working place, right? Job market. Gerard, please.
And I think they don't pay in America. They don't pay VAT taxes because every state has different taxes. So that's very good for them. Very convenient for them.
Maybe. I don't know.
I try to go to stores. Go ahead, Leila.
No. I was going to ask to Gerard if they have Amazon line in Spain.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's very convenient in Spain as well. You buy something. You know, I have two opportunities. One opportunity, I have to go to somewhere, to some shop. I don't know where this is shop. I have to find a thing what I need, and then I have to, you know, to explain what I need just now, buy, and then go to the home. It will consume like 2 hours of my life. What is another opportunity? Another opportunity, I can open Amazon.es, for instance, and click 2 times, and I will get it tomorrow morning.
Yes, but on the other hand, you don't walk. You only sit.
No.
Yeah, but for shopping, that's okay. You know, you save money. Let me give an example. I can go to Best Buy, a computer store here, and say, I want to buy a cable. Now, there's a 50-50 chance they don't even have the cable. So I may go there for nothing. But if they have the cable, they say, okay, we got a cable. It's $100. I go to Amazon. They always have the cable. I can get it for $10.
Wow.
So why go to the store? That's why stores are closing down. They cannot compete with Amazon. Amazon is a retailer giant, and no one can compete with Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, but
their workers.
They
go ahead.
pay taxes.
But forget about Texas. Forget about Texas, Leila. Well, you're from Turkey. I'm from Russia. Why we should care about American taxes? You know.
No.
They pay or not pay. It doesn't involve my life in any you know in any aspect. But the idea that I can buy by Amazon, it's very good. It's very convenient for me, you know, and I use it from time to time. It's not so much as in Europe or in America because we have you know, big distance. It's impossible to deliver so fast, but still it's very convenient. But you see, Amazon providing this.
Yeah. Also, teacher Lee said $10. It's very cheap.
It's cheap. But why it's cheap? Because they're gigantic. They're corporation. They have, you know, all optimized. They have, you know, drones and automatic systems of stores. They have. It's real. They always developing new things. So it's very. What's the word for this? Science consume it. I don't know, teacher, how to say it.
It's high technology. They use state of the art. Let me show you something, Leila. You see this?
Yeah.
This is a little Amazon tool you can buy. They gave it to me free. Okay, I got it from Amazon free.
Okay.
If I push this button, I can say Amazon, I need 2 loaves of bread and 12 eggs. And it will be delivered to my door and automatically charged to my credit card. I don't have to do anything, okay? But speak.
Okay, send it to me tomorrow, Lee.
But unfortunately, you know, you need the rest of the infrastructure, you know, all these delivery boys, all these drones and stores, so it's not so easy.
No,
but
the thing is that, Ivan, there is Amazon in Turkey. But I have to check to what extent the quality is. I'm not sure.
Amazon is excellent. If you're not happy, you tell them money back. They're excellent service.
Okay.
They are very reputable. I would use Amazon over any other business I deal with.
Okay.
Lee, for example, I don't know that I could buy food just using Amazon.
Well, now they're going to charge you a little delivery fee. It's not free, but if you need it, like if you're an old person, they will bring it to your door, but they're going to charge you a fee. So I don't usually order food from them, but you could.
Okay.
You could.
Okay.
Gerard, please.
In Spain, I pay 20 euros a year, and I have most achievements for free. And even so, I have Amazon Prime. I can watch movies and TV series, some for free.
Yeah.
Like it's a sort of Netflix, but a smaller. But it's for free with the same work.
I'm very happy that we have this conversation, because you see how, listen to yourself, how we speak about Amazon. You know, it's like a corporation of our dreams, right? They really makes our life better in many aspects. And their boss, Jeff, forgot the name, but this guy is the most rich guy on the planet.
Bezos, I think. Yeah.
Bezos or something like this. Yeah. So, and at that point we start to hate them, right? Before that it was fine. But now we start to hate them. And now let's recall that they really destroying all this, what's the word for that? All this market of shops. America, all the small shops just closing because they extinct. No one can compete with Amazon. And 1,000 people, maybe millions people in the perspective, I don't know, but now 1,000 people losing their job just because of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's a controversial thing, but we are still happy, right? We have Amazon Prime, we have this delivery, we have these buttons. So, and what do you think, Jeff Bezos? What is on his mind? He is thinking that he is making the world better, or he is a devil who is trying to make people jobless.
So the difference to me in Amazon and these other companies is Amazon is just retail. They sell us things. They don't care about social media, really. They don't care about posting photos. They sell us things that we need. I need a stereo. I need a car. I need food. I need a cell phone at a cheap price. They sell us things that we want and need, and they do it quickly, and they do it inexpensively. They are, to me, they're trying to serve our needs, not their needs. But they're making a profit doing it. But now, yeah, there's a downside. They're hurting what we call brick and mortar stores. But they give me what I need cheaper and faster. I have little sympathy for the brick and mortar stores. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
You know?
But if they are cheating, they don't pay the taxes like the VAT, and they don't pay the income taxes at the end of the year. So that's not good.
I agree. Now we should get governments to go after them if they're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amazon, it's good. Okay, but let me provide you another example. So I'm going to Google because my laptop is dead. I go into Google and Google something like I don't know, laptop. I don't know, Dell laptop, for instance. And then I see some advertisement or something else, but I don't care. I go to Facebook, and on Facebook at the same moment I see the advertisement about Dell laptops, which is sold by Amazon, So it's all the same. They share this data like in no time.
Yeah,
because
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, because they need to increase their profit, so nothing can stop them. It's I forgot whose quote is this. Probably Lenin. Who wrote, or Marx, I forgot, but it was a nice quote, like nothing can prevent a capitalist to make double profit, like literally nothing. If he can make double profit, he will kill his mother,
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Okay, so Amazon care about us. That's why we forgive it, Amazon. Forgive Amazon. Because it's feel our feelings, our emotions of consumption, right? We are happy. We are happy because if something goes wrong, we know that we can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
What about politicians? Can they use our emotions, and how? I think we have a lot of good examples. But what do you think if Facebook trying to use our feelings like happy, social activity, something like this? What is the favorite feeling for politicians? What they try to use, in your opinion?
They try to use these kind of sites to make propaganda.
Right. Charles, what do you think? What kind of feeling is more convenient for politicians?
I think they do demagogy, no?
What emotions? Yeah.
The emotions, for instance, many wealthy countries are worried about immigrants.
Yeah, think Trump, okay?
Trump
Anger,
or the UK with the
hatred, patriotism.
patriotism.
Yeah.
Nice. But why they do that? Why they don't use happiness? Why they use hate? And I agree with that. When you go to the politic fields, it's there is no more happy people. Everyone hate everyone, and we choose Trump not because he's a good guy, but because he's against Hillary, right? And other people choose Hillary because she's against Trump. So it's all about hate.
Because negative feelings are more important than positive feelings. When we watch the news, we don't expect reading good news because good news are not news, but bad news appeal us.
Right.
So negative feelings are stronger and easier to manipulate, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that because Amazon have their time, they have 10 years to earn your love. They can do it gradually, but Trump has no time. He only, he needs to manipulate you just tomorrow. So we start from this bloody Mexicans just now, we just from fear, we just from hate, start from hate, fear, something that can make you act immediately.
Right. Yeah, Trump's an excellent example. The immigrants are coming into our country. They're committing crimes. They're killing people. They're taking our resources. They're not paying taxes. Doesn't that make you angry, America? And it does. It does. And I voted for him.
Yeah. Why? Not because of love, right?
No love.
not because you love Trump, I guess, but because other opportunity was, kind of worse. So,
I liked his words. I agree with his words. So I don't know if he can do anything, but I like his words. I'll give him a chance.
Yeah, nice. Well, I don't know. In my place, it's all the same. Politicians always use negative feelings. They never said, look at me, I am a good guy. I made this. No, it doesn't exist. They say, if you don't vote for me, this guy will come here and look at him. He's bad. He will do this and that. Is it the same in your place, Leila?
Thank you. I was expecting you to ask me. Oh, no. I don't want to talk about politics. Politicians, those.
Yeah, only one voice in Turkey. Only one voice.
Okay.
I hate politics, believe me. Politics change people for worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I may go to Canada.
Not Italy? Not Italy?
No, Justin is great, so I may go there.
Okay.
You like Trudeau, huh?
Oh, also, I love his ideas.
Okay, I'm going to remember that one.
People kind.
People kind, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
mankind. That's
But
chauvinist.
But it's possible that it's colder in Canada than you used to in Turkey.
Of course, I'm kidding. But I feel respect for I feel respect for Justin Trudeau because I like his cabinet as well,
Yeah, we like him too. We like his cabinet for many things. One of them is gender neutral Achim, right? Recently, I shared a post that the words in national Achim, is it right word? I forgot.
Anthem, yeah.
Achim, was changed to be more gender neutral. Not like fatherland, but something else. Our land.
Our land, yeah.
Our land. People land.
Our parent land, yeah.
Nice example. We are good in political correctness.
Right.
we are getting good. We can invent these words in no time.
It's getting crazy. People kind.
And I forgot to share our link, but it's always the same link. And we covered all questions. There were a few. We have some vocabulary. It's just I picked up a few words from the script which I don't understand from the first time. Maybe it will be useful for you, maybe not. So some of them, like truism. I don't understand what is truism. Teacherly, can you see that?
Truism? Truism is just a fancy word for truth. A saying that's always true, like practice makes perfect. That's a truism. Everyone can generally agree that's universally true.
So is it noun form?
It's a noun.
Yeah.
So is it like axiom or something like this? Axiom?
Yeah, kind of like an axiom. You can kind of assume it's true. Everyone will agree it's true. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's something that's obvious.
Right.
But sometimes we say some things that are obvious that we don't need to tell, but that's a truism. Like the snow is white.
Yeah. Money talks.
Okay.
Those are universal truths. Everyone's going to agree. Yep, that's right. That's true.
Okay. Another word. I even don't know how to pronounce it well. Idolatry.
Okay. Idolatry. Idolatry. That word, idol.
Mm-hmm.
An idol, right? American Idol. All those stupid shows. An idol is actually it's a religious word. An idol is a religious statue that people worship, like Jesus or Buddha. It's a statue that is worshipped for religious reasons. We call that an idol. So idolatry is when you worship somebody for good or bad. If you worship Bezos, that's probably not good idolatry. But if you worship God, that idolatry might be acceptable. Now, Muslims don't allow idolatry. You cannot make a figure of the prophet. You can't do that. You'll be killed. So they don't believe in idolatry.
Oh, really?
You know that.
I don't.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the reason why they were so angry, because these caricatures. But I think they don't. In theory, they don't do that, but in the practice, they love a lot the prophet. Even they give more importance to the prophet than to God. Who is more important, God or the prophet? I think it's obvious. God is much more important.
Yeah.
But I was thinking then idol is something, something real, something not imaginary like thing, but it's something what you like. I don't know, doll, voodoo doll, something like this.
Yeah, now we've used it now for a different meaning. An idol is anything that millions and millions of fans adore. So our celebrities are idols of the masses,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is an idol for engineering geeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we almost finished, right? We
Mhm.
covered all the questions, vocabulary. If you have questions, it's the time for the last one. Leila, anything?
I want to say thank you. I enjoyed it, especially because of, just being as an emotional person. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes, you see, we communicating with this bloody corporation, Google. Google provides us Hangout to communicate.
So, advantages.
But next week, Leila, we finally will have this movie, about
Avatar.
Avatar.
Have you watched it?
No, because you told me Avatar. I checked it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking that Batman or the other films are also, Avatar kind of films. I will watch it.
It's a nice movie.
Fiction.
It actually ties in a little bit with virtual reality because you can go into another dimension and you're not crippled anymore. You have legs, you can run. So it's kind of VR experience also. So
Well,
right.
it's a good movie. You will like it. It's a good story. It's a romantic story and story about rebellion. It's a nice one.
The protection of the environment.
Yeah, about environment. Yeah, so everything and sci-fi. Yeah, everything. So thank you for coming, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.